Hey, good morning. It's Friday at 7:30 a.m. That means it's coffee chat time. I wonder who's live with me right now. Could you type something in the comments? I wonder if I can see comments today. So, for those of you watching now and in the future, hello. Oh, hey, good morning, Mom. Good morning, Lil. Thanks for joining me, ladies. Michelle, good morning. I'm so excited you guys are joining me live. What else is possible? So, if you guys have any questions or comments, I can see comments. So you can go ahead and type them in. And this week, what I wanted to chat with you about, like this part of the manual, the purpose of access, every single time I read this page, it melts me. It changes something within me. So I wanted to read this for all of you guys today. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Loretta. Okay, and I'm going to back up a step. My name is Catherine Oster. If you have never met me before, hello, and I'm so grateful you're watching this video. And I am a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. And so I took my first Bars and Foundation class in 2014. I can't believe it's already been that long. And this part of the manual, like this first page of the Bars manual, just really struck me. And I go back to it once in a while when I'm facilitating classes. I'll read that page. But this morning, I was really pulled to read it to you guys. So, the purpose of access. The purpose of access is not to destroy this reality. The purpose of access is not to fight this reality. The purpose of access is not to see the wrongness of this reality. The purpose of access is to create a different reality. The purpose of access is to create a world, to create the world as a greater set of choices and a greater set of possibilities so that all of mankind can thrive, and to empower you with what you know. So I remember when I took my first Bars and Foundation class, and so many of the conversations that we had in that class, like I always knew within me, but nobody ever told me before. Nobody ever spoke it out loud, and nobody ever put words to it before. But the information I got from those classes really gave me way more information about how to live and be in the world with other people in a way that was more creative for me and kind to me and nurturing to me. And which in turn, when you start with yourself and you start to honor yourself by getting out of the judgment of yourself and having kindness with yourself, you're feeding that energy, strengthening it so it can have a presence in the world. It creates a different set of possibilities. And I know for myself too, I'm like, well, I'm just one little tiny person. Like, how are my choices actually going to have a global effect? But what if that's not true? And what if it actually is? And what if it just starts with you? And what do you have to lose by choosing to be more kind, caring, and nurturing to yourself? What do you have to lose? That's where I kind of took myself. I'm like, okay, so I'm one person in like how many trillion people on the planet, but if we all make one choice every day to be more kind, caring, and nurturing with ourselves, what future will that create for the world, for the planet? And one of the ways you can do that is by getting your bars ran. So like, Where to start about access bars? Access bars allows you to release and relax energetically, which in a way that I haven't discovered any other place. Meditation is also really amazing, and yoga. For me, meditation doesn't work, and we all have different things that we're great at, and I'm not great at meditation. So I'm just too much of like a squirrel brain, monkey mind. Because when you do meditate, you do alter the frequencies of your brain and the frequencies of your body, which actually changes things. Meditation wasn't a go for me, but bars creates the same effect. So getting your bars ran, even like once a month, can really start to exponentially, it's just a kindness, a nurturing, a receiving for you and your body, feeding your energetic body. The other thing is like some of the things that were talked about in the first foundation class that I took was that not other people are like me. Like I didn't even realize that I functioned from that crazy, insane point of view that other people were like me. Interesting. Now, when you go around in the world and you project and expect that other people are like you, does that create greater? And it did some really weird and wonky things for me in my life. First of all, I was really living from that huge conclusion that other people were like me. So therefore, that was not kindness to me, and that was not kindness to the other people. To be constantly projected and expected at that you're going to be like, that they're like you and that you're like them, it's like, no. And that just created a whole bunch of weird and wonky stuff with different people in my life, relationships, friendships, and finally having that information that other people aren't like me, it also gave me permission to notice that I was not like other people. And then that was okay, that I was different. And what if that's really great? Because before that I tried so hard to be the same as everybody else. And that was really hard on me. I was constantly in the judgment of myself. So that first class, that conversation, that other people are not like me, really opened my eyes. And still to this day, like 8 years later, I'm still surprised when some people are I really actually notice how different they are, and that's okay. And it's not wrong. Really starting, getting your bars ran and engaging in these conversations, inviting you to get out of the polarity of what's right and what's wrong, which allows you to have greater awareness, conscious awareness of what is going on around you, with the people around you, with what people are choosing around you. And then you can make choices in the moment, not making choices based on because you think other people are like you, but choices actually from awareness of what's actually going on. Yeah, and your choices can begin to affect the people around you. Your choice to not go to the judgment and the wrongness when you're engaging with another person, that creates a space for change. I can't believe I'm talking about this on Coffee Chat. Wow. How does it get better than that? And what else was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Now, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you allow people that's a whole other thing, is like being nice. Well, I need to be nice. You know, that was kind of what I did that too for so long. I want to be nice. I want to do everything for everybody so everybody can be happy. It's like, that also doesn't work. Because again, that's functioning from the basic assumption that, like me, because I desire to be happy and joyful in my life, that other people actually desired that. That basic assumption that other people are like me. What if those people don't actually want to be happy in their lives? What if they actually want to be miserable? And is it actually kind to try to force them and project and expect of them that they should be happy? Because you want to be happy. But that doesn't mean they want to be happy. So you're actually forcing them to do something that they don't desire. That's not kindness. It's not actually kind to them. Now, when you are projecting and expecting at somebody, really the only choice that that person is aware of or can see is to resist and react to you. So they are going to want to like hold on to their misery and unhappiness even more because you're constantly projecting and expecting at them to be happy. That kind of like was what went on with me and my husband for a lot of years. And I was always, that's what I did with him actually. And so he hung on to his misery and his unhappiness until I realized one day that he actually loves that. He loves that. And what if that's okay? I had to allow him to just be miserable, but not have it affect what I can choose and not determine my value or success based on whether or not he chose happiness, because that's really insane. And then guess what happened? A little while after I got to that space, he actually just started choosing to be happy because of a choice that I made for myself. So it starts with you. It starts with you. And I was one of those people who, again, wanted to do everything for everybody to try to make them happy. And I was carrying around a lot of energetic baggage and just crap. And I had lost myself in trying to people please for everybody else. And one of the first things that allowed me to basically shed all of that baggage was getting my bars ran. And getting my bars ran. And getting my bars ran. And then I started to discover me again and what created joy and happiness for me. So I'm just saying, I'm having a bars class tomorrow, Saturday, February 26th at my place. So if you happen to be watching this before then and you are like, I would love to take this bars class, let me know. Send me a message. I would be so happy to have you. And if you are watching this in the future, there's bars classes going on around the world all the time. You can go to accessconsciousness.com/bars and find out more about this modality. Anybody can learn it. Anybody can choose it. And what if that is the beginning of creating this? The purpose of Access is to create the world as a greater set of choices and a greater set of possibilities so that all of mankind can thrive and empower you with what you know. That. Carol! Hey, lady! Okay, well, coffee cheers. I'm signing off this week's edition of Coffee Chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me live. And to those of you watching in the future, grateful for you. Have an amazing day wherever you are, whatever you're up to today. Amazing and when whatever you want to choose, whether that's happiness or misery, it's your choice. Bye-bye for now.